Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, as it does help this channel continue to grow and look forward to exciting things that we have planned this season on the channel. Now today sees the final of our club by club preview of each Barclays WSL team for the season 22-23 as we look at West Ham United. Now last season was a decent season for the Hammers where they finished in 6th place, a bit of the best of the rest in terms of the start of the mid-table teams, the likes of them, Brighton, Reading, all finishing relatively close in terms of points and how they played out. A big shock for West Ham though came at the end of last season where manager Ollie Harder announced his resignation, and then his assistant manager Paul Konchesky was appointed on a 2-year deal. So I think that's going to be interesting to see how Konchesky gets on in his first managerial job in the women's game. Now if we look at transfers, West Ham have been very busy. As the time recording this, this isn't quite deadline day, so they may have a few more players come in, but they have been certainly busy. So let's have a look at their signings. They brought in Hallie Hussein, Lisa Evans, Alex Hennessy and Kira Flannery, all from Arsenal. They've also brought in Jessica Zhu, Kirsty Smith, Izzy Atkinson, Sophie Hilliard, Vivian Asayi, Thea Kikovac and more recently Risa Shimizu. So some good signings in terms of good quality of players that have played in the WSL before, and some experience in the likes of Vivian Asayi and Kirsty Smith. So I think two players that West Ham fans will be very happy that they've managed to bring back are Lisa Evans and Hallie Hussein, both who spent time on loan last season from Arsenal respectively and now being at the club on a permanent deal is some very good business by West Ham United. And then bringing in a quality forward like Vivian Asayi shows the intention of West Ham to try and bridge that gap and potentially move up to being a top 5 team in consistent form. However, it's not obviously all players in. They have lost some players this summer, losing Julie Flaherty to Liverpool, Lois Joel, Annalise, Katarina Svitkova, Zanetta Wynn, Emily Moore, Adriana Leone and Tamika Yallop have all left the club. Now the last two I'd say are probably their biggest losses, and obviously Adriana Leone going off to Manchester United, whilst Tamika Yallop has gone to Norway to play at SK Brann. So they are two big losses for Paul Konchesky, but I think that in terms of everyone else, the players that they've got under their disposal, I think it can be considered a decent season potentially for West Ham, and it's going to be really good to see them getting more consistent and trying to turn some of those losses and draws into a bit more wins. And I think the thing for them as well is trying to be more sturdy and stubborn at the back, because that was their big downfall last season, was their goal difference. They had a -10 goal difference in the end, scoring 23 goals, conceding 33. However, they did have enough points on the board to finish above Brighton and Reading in the end, so that is going to be something that they're going to want to improve this season, and I think with the signings that they've made they definitely can do that. Now if we're having to look at some standout players, obviously you can't look past Dagny Brynjarsdottir, who was recently named captain. I also expect Lisa Evans in her first full season as a permanent West Ham player to be really good. Claudia Walker as well will be there and providing the goals. And I'm also expecting Danish midfielder Emma Snurler, who missed quite a bit of last season through injury, to turn into that more consistent player and be regular for West Ham. Now again, in terms of finish, I think 6 through 10 wouldn't be too bad of a season for West Ham. Obviously the likes of Brighton, Reading and Everton have all strengthened, and I'm expecting them all to be in that mix for that 6th place position. So it's going to be really hard to try and nitpick who finishes where and why, but it's going to be a very interesting season for the Hammers, and I do expect them to be one of the teams on the upper end of that mid-table battle, if not finishing top of the mid-table battle out of the rest of the teams. Right, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with post notification bell turned on so you never miss a video of ours, and that you are following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football as it happens. And we still have some more exciting content to come this week before the launch of the 2022-2023 Barclays WSL season. And until then, we'll see you soon.